I'm excited to be here representing the Office of Energy Development. We have a lot of really exciting things going on. Um, the bipartisan infrastructure law with the federal government has been throwing a lot of money into energy. And we have the capabilities to put forward grants and get that money so then we can put it throughout our state and do fun things like transmission lines and a lot of other things we're developing um, for our energy projects and planning. Uh, so Masood asked me to talk to you today about a couple of our really exciting transmission projects that we've been working on. So the first one I'm going to talk about is our grid resilience impact planning project. Uh, we It's called the Reliable Electric Lines Infrastructure Expansion Framework, or RELIEF. And we've partnered heavily with Pacificor and Garcane Co-op on this project. It was a competitive grant, and I believe only 5 applications received the funding, and it's large. So federal funding, we got around $250 million to put into transmission lines, and Pacificor and Garcane are matching that 100%, a little more than 100% actually, which is making this a $500 million transmission line project that we are doing here in the States. So basically we are putting 250 miles of high temperature, low sag transmission lines, which will improve the reliability for 700,000 customers in those areas. And out of that money, $12 million of that will be used in community workforce development, trainings, a lot of community benefit energy planning. And what it's going to do is those lines, using these lines, which I'm going to talk about more in a minute, increase the capacity about 2 times. So, if it's currently a 5 gigawatt line, it will then be like a 10 gigawatt line. And it's projected that it will resolve 5,500 hours of outages. We're doing this with 5 states, so it's not just Utah. It's with Utah, Oregon, Wyoming, Idaho, and Arizona. And we have some partners in NASIO, the California ISO, and the Western Power Pool. So it's a really exciting project, and I'm really excited to be able to be part of it. So why is this innovative? So HTLS conductors are not common. It's a revolutionary transmission line. There have been some small pilot projects, but nothing of the scale that we are planning to do with this RELIEF project. So basically it's replacing the ACSR steel cores with advanced composite materials because they have superior strength and they have a higher temperature stability. So as climate gets hotter, these lines can handle more heat before they lose power that they are transmitting. And even when it's hot, they have less sag, which also helps with transmission, but also some of that resilience of preventing wildfires and all that kind of stuff. So it will reduce our energy losses and increase the current carrying capacity. And we don't have to modify existing towers to get this ampacity. And this project is being done on current right-of-ways, which will make it a little bit faster than if we're trying to get new right-of-ways. We still have to go through, some of the time taking steps, but it should be faster than otherwise because we are on those current right-of-ways. So these maps are demonstrating where these lines are going to be. So it's not 250 miles continuously, as you can see. So this first line is the California-Oregon corridor line. And it's going to be 180 miles of line. So that is the largest continual section in this project. But throughout Utah, and as you can see, it goes into Arizona as well. We have 4 different projects. I can't remember the exact total number of lines, but I think it's like 208 miles altogether. So this is where the lines are going. And this line in Utah that I want to pull out really quick is the Camp Williams to Clover line. It will be going south to north. So that will allow us to take the energy that's being produced by solar and future geothermal and beaver and bring it up to the northern part of the state. So that's great. That's our project we're doing. We're anticipating that it will be completed 2031. So we're excited about that and the transmission resiliency we'll get out of that. Another exciting grant that we're working on is a 40101D grant. It's preventing outages and enhancing the resilience of the electric grid formula grants to states and Indian tribes. We call it GRID. So this one's in rounds of funding. So we've had the first round of funding already. We got $11,711,979 the first round. But we do a lot with that money because our large utilities like Pacificor, who have a project in this, match 100%. And the small utilities, your UAMPs, your URECAs, your Garcane cooperatives, they all match 33% of any project they bring to the table. So it makes the money go further to make the project bigger. And on top of that, the state is matching 15% for all of these projects. And all of these projects aim at reducing disruptive events and increasing grid resiliency, weatherization, fire prevention. They range from, installing better lines, poles, undergrounding. It's a wide variety of projects that are really exciting. And next week, we will be releasing the actual, yay, these people got these projects money. So, so Pacificor is one of them as our large utility, but we also have 10 small utilities that have projects funded under this original grant. We also just received our notice of our second round of funding, and the RFP for that, for the utilities to apply, will be going live hopefully Monday, unless there's a snafu, but we're excited for this next round of funding so that we can continue to create a better transmission grid so that we can deal with all this energy and all these energy needs.
Thank you, Anna.